So today we're going to go through these 3 questions on how to solve logarithm equations. And there's a few things you need to know before we start off, but I'm just going to get rid of these ones off the screen and we'll get to those later on. Okay, so there's 2 ways to solve. So you are going to end up with something like log 10 of x plus 1 equals log 10 of, let's say, 5x minus 7, okay? Or you might end up with something like log 10 of x plus 1 is equal to 2. When you solve logarithm equations, your first option is when you have log equals log, you can actually imagine those logs cancelling out. And you can just set x plus 1 equal to 5x minus 7 and then just go from there. But your second option, if you end up with log of something is equal to a number, the easiest thing to do is take it out of log form. And I have a saying, and I say base to the power of the other side. So that means that x plus 1 is equal to the base, which is 10, to the power of the other side, which is 2. So then you would just go ahead and solve x plus 1 equals 100. Okay, so if we zoom out, there are your 2 methods, okay? You're trying to either get 2 logs equal to each other, or you're trying to get 1 log equal to a number. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve this. So ln of x squared plus ln of x minus 1. We're using our log laws. The bases are the same, they're both natural log, and there's no numbers before. So we can multiply what's inside the logs. So x squared times x minus 1 becomes x cubed minus x squared is equal to 3. Now this is the second option I showed you, right? Because ln, natural log, is the same as log base e of x cubed minus x squared, and that's equal to 3. So then we can do base to the power of the other side. So we can say that x cubed minus x squared is equal to e cubed. We just do base to the power of the other side to take it out of log form. And then remember guys, e cubed is just a number. E is like 2 point something. So when you cube it, you just get another number, okay? So we're going to move that e over. So we're going to do x cubed minus x squared, and then we're going to minus the e cubed. And then this, you can just type into your calculator as a cubic. And if you do that, that gets you that x is 3.1. Okay, so that's a nice easy one to start off with. Let's go to the next one. So same again, we're going to combine the logs on the left. They're both the same base, and there's no numbers before the logs. So we can go ahead and combine these straight away, right? So 2x plus 3 times by x minus 1. So if we expand those brackets, we get 2x squared plus x minus 3 is equal to 2. Now this is once again going to be the same option as before. So you do base to the power of the other side. So 5 squared is 25. So we have our quadratic inside. We've taken it out of log form. So now we know that's equal to 25. And then you would just solve it like a quadratic. So you would minus your 25 over. So 2x squared plus x minus 28 equals 0. And then we would just type that into the calculator to solve it, in which case we would get x is 3.5 and x is minus 4. You get 2 answers for your quadratic. But if we look up here, right, 3.5 is valid because that keeps both of the insides of the log positive. So we can keep that one, that's fine. But if we have minus 4 makes the inside of a log negative, which obviously we know we can't have. You can't have the inside of the log being a negative. So we're going to reject x is minus 4, meaning 3.5 is our final solution. Okay, right, so for this one, pause the video, have a go at this one. It does look quite daunting, but remember, you either need log equals log, or you need log equals number. That's all you need, okay? So pause the video, try and have a go at this one. Okay, so we're going to start off. I personally don't like negatives, so I'm going to take this minus log 18 and add it to the other side, okay? But when you did it on your own, if you combined these two, for example, by doing 6x divided by 18, that gets you the same answer eventually anyway. So don't worry about that too much. So all I've done to start off is I've added that log 18 to the other side. Okay, where do we go from there? Well, we have log, add, log. So let's do the same thing. Let's do x plus 4 times by 18. And if we do that, we are going to get log of 18x plus 72. On this side, we can do the same thing. We can do 6x times x minus 1. That gets you log of 6x squared minus 6x. Now, this is the other type of solving that I showed you at the start, where you have log equals log. Because there's no number before each of the logs, we can just cancel them out. So we have 18x plus 72 without the log is just equal to the inside of this side. Okay, where do we go from there? Well, just solve it like a quadratic. So let's move all of this onto the right so that we can keep a positive x squared. So minus for 18x, that becomes minus 24x, and minus for 72. And then solve that on the calculator. You get x is 6 and x is minus 2. But remember, we don't allow negatives inside the log. Okay, so that's your ways of solving log equations. If you do need any more questions, you can access our A-level maths packs where we've got tons, probably hundreds of questions on logs, each of them with a worked solution as well. I'll see you in the next video.